chat. Chat. I wasn't muted. OBS decided to just turn my microphone off. It just reset my sound settings. And I was in the middle of ranting about how fucking stupid technology is, and OBS just added to the list. So to wind it back, 45 seconds, the reason I'm late today and why I didn't stream yesterday is because it takes a long time to, wake up, do real life things, play FGO, record, actually figure out challenge quest, then record challenge quest, then edit challenge quest, then render the video, which normally takes forever, right? And then you upload it to YouTube, and that takes forever because upload speed is awesome. And then YouTube was like processing, and then after like 10 minutes, it's like, whoops, we fucked up, do it again, right? And then now I come over here and OBS is just like, okay, we're gonna turn your microphone off. So, I'm gonna be right back. My tea is ready. So fuck y'all. Bye. So, how's your day, chat? What, you guys up to? So this is the ult account, by the way, because, no, I did not roll for Brit Mart. There's a hint here. There's a real hint on your screen right now, chat. You know what that hint is? Do you know what it is, chat? It's not Brit Mart being on the screen, it's the other thing. It's almost like I don't have Achilles leveled on my main account or something. Yeah, it's the old account, because I didn't give a shit about Brit Mart for on my main, so yeah, I'll roll a bit on my ult. And then I actually ended up rolling stories some, which I'll get into that later. But yeah, my ult account really needs coins, much like my main account actually. My ult account did get coup, funnily enough. Didn't get proto coup, but it did get regular coup. But yeah, no, I didn't roll on my main, even though I literally said I was looking for any excuse to roll. Yeah, this song is really loud. Oh, it's because my audio wasn't working. I love this. It's like you turn it down and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. It's like, okay, no, I'm gonna stay at this volume. Anyways, yeah, Brit Mart is just like, how do I put this? They put no effort into her stage 1, right? Like, it looks cool, but they put no effort into it. Terrible animations, like, very basic, all paper mache, and then, like every other fucking servant in the last, year, the NP is only one NP animation for all stages, right? Doesn't matter if you're stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. And I'm so sick of this, because the only reason they keep doing this is because they just have to make anime cut-ins in every 5-star NP now, right? It's like they have like a quota. They must check that checkbox where every 5-star NP has to have an anime cut-in, even if it makes no fucking sense. And then they're lazy and they don't want to make an anime cut-in for three stages. They only want to make one. So they can't. And what I love about this is I keep seeing on like YouTube, Reddit, Discord, I keep seeing all these people acting like the reason all these servants only have one NP animation is like artistic choice. Right? And it's because FGO normally tries to like bullshit some like half-assed lore to explain why it's happening, which makes it worse, by the way, because they make really dumb lore to justify them being lazy in the art department, right? And I know art is hard, don't get me wrong, but it's like you have to make 3 pictures and instead you're making 1. Like, it's bullshit. Right, especially when all these other companies aren't being cheap like that, and F goes over there making billions of dollars, and it's like, yeah, but we can't hire an artist, apparently. But yeah, I just, oh my god, I'll show Brit off here. We'll I haven't done the event yet. Hold on. That's like kind of a boss fight, so let me do something like really filler here. Also, Edmond got an interlude, and you fight Fluffy in it, and he still has the same gimmick and all that. However, his stats are way lower. Like, he does way less damage, he has way less health. It's still, I think, a decent fight, but it's not very good for tomfoolery because they make you bring 2 Edmonds and a support. So you have 3 units forced on you, essentially, that you don't necessarily want. So it's not really that good for testing and stuff, which kind of sucks. 3 years of nickels. God damn it, boy. Thank you for the 48 months, though. Yeah, double Edmond meta. You know what? I'll just do a QP daily to show off Brit here. Brit Mart, however you say it. It's pronounced, so it's spelled the same way as like this Greek nymph, which actually I thought who the character was originally, but it's not. It's based on like a poem, which is like a side, like, apocrypha type story for like Arthurian legend, apparently. Some side thing, but yeah, their names just happen to be spelled the same way. All right, where is my solo team? Apparently this account doesn't have one, really. I guess we'll just do this. All right, see, this looks awesome, right? This looks awesome, but it's really just so phoned in that it's not great. Also, their toolkit is kind of whatever. It's not bad. I keep seeing people say she's like garbage. She's not garbage, but much like Booty Lancer, it's just like, okay, yeah, she's a straightforward AoE Lancer, has a battery, I guess. And Beto, thank you for the 14 months. It's over a year. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, don't even get me started on the NPs, man. They're just getting so fucking lazy. I mean, we have, dude, what is going on with FGO? I gotta say it, man. It's like, we get no animation updates. The events are so bare bones these days. This event's a little bit better because it's got like the challenge quests and stuff, right? But most of the events are like so basic, and there's no animation updates. All the NPs are super phoned in now, and they do as little effort on them as possible. No, it's my alt account. I'm not. There's no world where I'm rolling on this on my main. It's like, it's not nearly awesome enough. Like this right here actually looks pretty cool, right? Like this is a starting point. It's like, okay, you know, badass armor, all right, but then it's just so downhill from here. Like the animations are just not that good, and then the NP sucks. So yeah, you can just tell they put. I mean, look at that. That is the shittiest. Like, are you kidding me with that? Like, literally, just no, like, super stiff, no animation, just head dives into the enemy, right? Like, what am I looking at right now? Like, it is so bad. Like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, you can tell they were like, no one's gonna use her in the armor form. You know, everyone's gonna want Booba, so they put no effort into the armored form, and it sucks. And I saw someone talking about this, and I completely agree. When they were like marketing the character, they kind of, you know, focused on the big armor, you know, spooky looks, right? And that's like a unique thing they don't do very often. Like, God, look at that! Like, only her arm moves, and barely, right? And the whole body is just paper mache, right? It just looks absolutely terrible, dude. But anyway, so they marketed like the real uniqueness of being big armor, you know, that kind of thing. But they just do what you know they're gonna do. But under the armor, she's just a typical waifu, right? And it's just like, they marketed something unique, and then what we got was just forgettable waifu, you know, 3,799, right? Like, no one is gonna fucking remember this character in a month. It's another one of those, like, clearly. And the one unique thing about it, they didn't put any effort into, right? This stage sucks. Doesn't even have an NP animation, you know, oh my God. The armor does look cool though, I'll give it that. But I mean, these attacks are so bad. Here, I'll do the NP on this wave here, just to get to it. No, actually, wait a minute. These only attack once, so I will NP, because Chen Gong probably wouldn't die here anyway. But yeah, she's just squeaky voice anime girl in a giant suit of armor. It's not that great. Oh look, we're instantly not in the armor. Oh, I wonder why. What's stupid is right there. That's why. They didn't want to draw that 3 times. So they're just like, fuck it, you only get 1. Because even if you do stage 2 or 3, it looks like that no matter what. So. Yep, they made a unique costume for it, so it didn't matter what costume she was in before. That's the whole point. It's so they didn't have to, you know, draw the other 2 costumes. And Ethan Allen, thank you for the 22 months. Yeah, I know, no first ascension NP. It's fucking garbage, dude. And then her attacks just suck. I mean, that's all there is to it. Her attacks suck. Like the extra attack's kind of cool. Not that they put much effort into it, but it still looks kind of cool regardless. Ooh, that looks so bad. That Buster is just so... Look at this, she's just standing still and then just particle effect. I'm not sure they actually... I think they reanimate her arm like once, and I think that's like all they do. It's like she's got like a side and like a palm version of her arm and hand, and I think that's all they ever did. I imagine if her sprite sheet gets data mined, it's pretty much going to be like the legs are never reanimated. Maybe the chest is reanimated once, because like you normally have to at least do the chest once. But yeah, I don't think they reanimated jack shit on this thing. Alright, let's see if we can get the other Buster attack here. I haven't rolled on my main, so no coups. But what I'm going to do, I might do it, I might do it after the event because you get a lot of FP during the event, but I'm going to use my rare prisms to get FP. I'm serious. I've got like 80 rare prisms on my main, and a countless amount of golds I could burn. So yeah, I just want my coups for God's sakes. So in other news, they confirmed that Fluffy was going to be a super recollection quest for Lostbelt 6, which is just awful because there's no, all they do in Super Recollection Quest is add stats to them, right? That's all they do. Now, if they did more than that, and like actually changed things and added new things, then it'd be fine, but all they do is add stats. There's no world you can add stats to Fluffy and make, like, that just doesn't work. I mean, the boss is already so stupid as it is, in terms of like the stat check side of it, right? If you just add stats to it, I mean, that's absolute bullshit. Like, I mean, that's just absolute bullshit. Okay, I'll probably fight normal Fluffy though, just to get a video recorded for when it comes to NA, so I can like make a proper guide video or something like that. If I have time, I guess we'll just see. Like, I don't have the most free time these days, but yeah, this character's animations are outrageously disappointing, and the NP sucks, and they're not even good gameplay wise. So yeah, big letdown. I mean, it's so obvious when they like make a character in a way to just not have to animate them very much, right? It's just obvious when they do that. Now, every once in a while, you know, it works out in a, like, I don't know, legit way where it's not just like laziness or corner cutting, like a Rosh, right? He uses a bow almost entirely, so of course his animations are going to be kind of animation light, right? A lot of paper mache is like okay in that case, right? But like with this, not really. Alright, let's do like a rainbow chain, because you see, this is like a combo you might actually see in normal gameplay. Dude, I hate that Buster. That's the one that just is so bad. Edmond Fluffy I don't think is very hard, but it's really difficult to have any like fun with it though, that's kind of the thing. But yeah, she got Star Bomb crit up, and then a battery damage up, and then invulnerability. And this has something else on it, I forgot. Oh yeah, NP gain. That's actually nice, the anti-crit is nice. It's like crit down, but it's not a debuff, so if they have magic resist, you still get it. So that's good. But the DNP though. I beat the Ibuki stage first try, and I just brought Calamity Jane, and then I had Switch Mystic Code and Mozart to make the 50 stars for her third skill, and that was that. No, she's not the last new servant. They worded that in a really silly way, and they've done this before. What they said was she's the last like new character. So there's going to be other characters that are like alternate versions. And then also, I pretty much guarantee you they're going to do like Lostbelt 7, you know, stream on the last day of December or whatever. And then, you know, technically when it's, you know, next year, right, then that servants are, you know, hit the banner hits. They literally did that with 2.0, by the way. I remember they said like, you know, 2.0 would be out that year. And then the prologue dropped on the last day of December, but then Lostbelt 1 didn't start until way after, right? Like they're so full of shit. Like almost everything they say is just PR nonsense. And Cookie, thank you for the 22 months. Cookie Killer, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I remember they got so much debate nonsense with that. Basically, they're trying to, you know, discredit, like, leaking, and they're trying to, like, make it so it's exciting when they actually do, like, bring something out when you didn't think they were going to and whatnot, right? That's what they're trying to do. Alright. That being said, the 2 challenge quests that we have in this event so far are alright. They're not, like, godly, but they're not stupid either. I mean, they're, like, reasonable for a, you know, free-to-play team and whatnot. And they got kind of interesting gimmicks that were fun to mess around with, so... They're not as good as, like... I don't know, Guildfest or something. They're not quite at that level, but it's still pretty fun. What does this account need? Probably bullets, just for the... passives. There's quite a few people that use bullets for passives. But yeah, I've been trying to get Protoku, and some other, just like in a lot of like normal 1 to 3 star servants, right? Just any of the 1 to 3 star servants that are like staples. I've been trying to get them on my ult account, because until I rolled for Brit here, my ult account just hadn't rolled on much. It rolled on Constantine, but I got Constantine like so much and so little SQ, I couldn't really justify rolling anymore. So Lee does something kind of interesting, where if you don't meet any of the criteria for like his other gimmicks, he will quick charge and get his NP if he's got a purple thing, right? And he loses purple things if he uses one. He has to like eat one to do a gimmick. And if you NP him and do damage with the NP, he will lose one. But then he'll gain them if he kills someone. So it's kind of interesting. But you can get him to not NP by like meeting criteria. Like if you've got an invader or invulnerability, he will pierce invulnerability instead. And I think if he's like charmed or something, it might be charmed, stun, a few other things, he'll debuff clear instead. So you can like debate his AI and like you kind of manipulate it, which is actually interesting. Now that being said, they are kind of strong arming you to an extent, right? With just, you know, obviously most free-to-play teams aren't going to have good options for activating the other gimmicks, and he's just going to NP over and over and over and over again, and that's going to one-shot most people, so he'll kill them and then get more purple things, so NP, right? So, I mean, it's not like it's basically Mordred from Camelot, but he's single target and does way more damage, right? And he's way tankier. That's essentially what it is. Yeah, I mean, the helmet looks cool. I don't mind the armor design. I guess that's not the problem. It's just the laziness that bothers me. Like they put so little effort into stage 1. And ultimately the character is kind of just another generic waifu. But she is, I kind of thought they'd find some weird way to put her in, make her from Lostbelt 6. And like maybe she was dead before you got there or just somewhere else or whatever. But she's not. She's the normal human history version and has nothing to do with Lostbelt 6 at all. And then the other challenge quest, the today's, was, I thought it was better than Lee overall. I think it was a more reasonable stat-wise, and it was just kind of more fun. I like that one. There was, I don't like Space Ishtar very much, but it was still a good challenge quest. But I feel like these days, they just cannot make a female character that's unique. They just have to, like, take a unique premise, and then, oh, it's a generic waifu anyway, right? They just have to do that. Like, some of the more unique characters are from Fate Works before FGO. Alright, I don't know if you have to win this fight, but you can. So we'll go for that. Let's see. I wish I didn't have to summon someone from the friends list. That would make me very happy. What will we summon though? We gotta summon something. We want damage. You know what? Big Bedivere. That's not bad. I could summon my Lancelot from my main. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see how he does. He's got armor. And good animations. Honestly, Lancelot is like what I want out of my knights, right? If it's a character with armor and that kind of stuff, you know, I want them to get in there and smack, slash, slash, you know, that's the good shit. Like, that's what I want for, like, Green Knight, right, with an axe. But they won't do that. He'll shoot laser beams. And Bunny, thank you for the 23 months. Damn, that's a lot of long subs today. They need to do an event where it's like Lancelot's a major character in it, and maybe like Guinevere is added, right? Do like a Camelot event. And Lancelot's not a meme. And then in this event, you give Berserker Lancelot his like Fate Zero look with his like crazy hair, right, with no helmet. You make that a costume, and then you make a costume for regular Lancelot with the helmet. That would be. While you're at it, add Agravain. Absolutely, that's a great opportunity to add Agravain. Actually, by the way, now is a good opportunity to add Agravain. Instead, they made up a new character we'd never heard of before, and we will probably never hear from again for a very long time. So, you know, typical FGO things. And Frank Fawn, thank you for the 3 months, or 5 months, actually. Alright, let me slot my Lancelot. Actually, my Lancelot's already slotted. And he has the event CE, which is massive overkill for this stage. But this stage is, like, really straightforward and easy anyway. So I'm just going to keep him like that because it's funny. And I actually want to see how much damage he does. And I think the answer is going to be a lot. Oh dear God. Hell, he might be able to solo it. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do that. I should give him command codes then. Hold on. If only Lancelot was a good solo unit. He still is absolutely not. You know, I might grail him to 100 soon. Caligula is my next 100. But, yeah, Lancelot, either Lancelot or Siegfried. I don't know, there's Leonidas, but he is already 100 on my other account, so tricky. Yeah, I know, this character isn't Brit Mart from, like, the poem. It's her daughter. And I don't think she has a daughter in the poem, so they made that shit up. And I don't even know why. I guess to just... I don't know, I honestly don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with, like, Arthur or something, I don't know. Oh, did Brit Mart have a husband? Yeah, that would be why. Okay, now it's very clear to me. I don't need to hear anymore. I know how they be. All right, let's see. We'll go Star Absorb on one of the art cards, I figure, then Star Bomb on the other. Chat, I just want events that are fun, man. I just want stuff like the Edmond Tower event, right? Like in like Setsubun, right? I just want events that are like inspired, right? Like that and it doesn't. And like my other big complaint about FGO, and this is kind of a personal issue, not so much an objective one, because I obviously handicap myself more than a normal person would, right? But I really do feel like I'm curious because most of you guys don't play like I do, right? Let's be honest, right? Most people don't. You know, like I don't ever summon Castoria from a friend, right? I don't use my Merlin or Scatty, and I don't do any of that stuff. But most people do, right? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's part of the game, and you know, it's you know, a lot of people are going to try to do the thing that they will be the most effective for their account, right? So fair enough. But I obviously don't do that, right? And some people won't be able to do that, right? Because some stages you can't summon friends, or they might not have any friends, feels bad, or they just don't have anyone added that has Castoria or Oberim or, you know, any of the meta stuff, right? And I feel like you shouldn't have to use those things. I'm very adamant about that. You shouldn't have to use any one specific thing, because you might not like that thing. You might like some other thing, right? So the game shouldn't make you do those things, right? And I feel like, and I'm curious how like how normal players see this, because I have I so rarely will use meta stuff, like the meta supports. But for me, now this part I don't even, it's not an opinion, this is just a fact, right? Like in a lot of ways the bosses, in terms of like the stats required of you and stuff, have just gotten harder, right? Like they demand higher stats of you. A lot of the gimmicks, you really need to be able to NP on turn 1, but then also have like a craft essence with value and stuff if you're low stars, and that's really hard to accomplish if you're not using meta stuff, right? It's like, it's getting harder and harder to like meet the stat requirement of stages, and it sucks, right? But I'm kind of curious though, like how it feels for people that are using meta stuff, right? Because like for me, what I've been seeing over and over again is I will figure a challenge quest out pretty well, and a lot of the time, I either have to keep optimizing it to a point of absurdity, or I have to get good luck, because the stats required are just too much, right? So an average run won't work. Now, I've been happy these last 2 challenge quests, I've been able to figure them out in a way that I was not relying on massive RNG, and I even had bad RNG along the way, and it was fine. So these 2 challenge quests we have to, you know, right now, it's all right. But I've been feeling like recently, like a lot of the, you know, air quotes, hard content that they make has just been bullshit, right? And to me, I in the past, right, when I don't use the meta supports, I wouldn't feel it that much, right? It wasn't like, oh my god, this is so stupid, right? It wasn't like, oh, I need Merlin, right? It was fine, right? Obviously, I could see how much easier it would be with Merlin, but I never felt like, you know, the content was expecting me to have Merlin or expecting me to have Waver and stuff. Now I feel like most of the hard content is expecting you to have like at least Oberim or a Castoria or multiple and shit like that. And I don't like it. It's made me significantly, like, enjoy the boss fight significantly less, right? Because I feel like I'm working with a half a deck of cards, right? It just doesn't feel good. Like I feel like a lot of times what's like demanded of the stage, like low stars just don't meet the bill very well. Like they can do it, but not cleanly, right? And even if they can do it cleanly, it's a matter of like trial and error that no player should really have to do. And it gets to the point where it's not fun anymore, right? Like that's how I felt. It's not that I don't enjoy the core gameplay of FGO. I do. Like today's challenge quest, I actually had a lot of fun doing because it was reasonable, right? I needed to figure some stuff out. I needed to switch some things around. I could see multiple ways to beat it, though. It wasn't like you have to do it this way or that's it. There's clearly multiple ways to do it. And you know, I had a good time just like thinking about what I should do each turn and how to use my abilities properly, and you know, it was fun. But there's a lot of boss fights where it's like I'll figure that part of it out, and then it's like, okay, and it's not enough, you know, and it's just like, this sucks, right? And I feel like the reason for this is because the OP supports are so strong that they're trying to make content that will still be interesting if you're using those supports, right? And then if you don't use those supports, it's just painful, right? It's just fucking painful. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering how people have felt about, you know, the content. And I know a lot of, I guess my viewers are NA, but like in the last year, maybe year and a half, about a year, I really felt like it's gotten kind of dumb. Can't say I haven't played FGO in over a year. Honestly, the game hasn't really given me much reason to feel bad about that. I mean, I would say this, if you're not like really into FGO, you should still come back for like the main story, right? I still think that's fine. And then while you're kind of back in FGO for a bit, you could go play the good advanced quests that have come out. Because there are some really good advanced quests now. There's like, I don't know, 5, right? So you can like dip into it from time to time and have a good time. But yeah, if you're like actively playing it every day, it's not great. They're not in a good way when it comes to that. How is Wonder Twins for Lee? I figure they're fine. I mean, like if Bedivere can do it, I'm sure they can. Also, I think Art is very good in that challenge quest. Blue apples are nice though, because you can just like stockpile, you know, and then when you do want to play, you can just play in a burst. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, getting an event CE is definitely the way to go on that one. Like, absolutely. Yeah, 6.5 was pretty bad. I will say that. It had like 2 good boss fights at the end, but 6.5 was pretty boring. Like, absolutely. Like 5.5, not 5.5, Lostbelt 5.2, excuse me, Lostbelt 5.2, in terms of gameplay. For me, was peak FGO. Like, I really feel that way. That was the most fun I think I'd ever had in FGO for, like, just gameplay, right? Now, obviously, some people may not like the story and that kind of stuff, but everything about the game design in 5.2, I think, was perfect. Not once do you have, like, a filler trash stage where you fight, like, a wave of 3 enemies, and then a wave of 3 enemies, and a wave of 3 enemies. They never did that. Never, right? Even when you fought trash mobs, they made it more spicy. Like, you had, like, those, like, Roman soldier-looking guys. I know they're Greek, but they looked Roman with their helmets. But, there are Greek helmets like that. But anyway, definitely had more Roman vibe to it. But anyway, those, like, you know, super Roman soldiers, they had, like, break bars and stuff. And you'd fight, like, chimeras that were actually dangerous, right? That was great, right? And then it was just constant boss fights, and they were spread out. They weren't all back-to-back, but it was, like, beginning, middle, and end all had boss fights. All the boss fights were good. I can't think of a single boss fight in 5.2 that I thought sucked. Right? Now, there were definitely some that were better than others, but there was no boss fight in 5.2 that I was like, wow, this is lame. Right? So that was peak FGO for me, and it was so good, I thought that was going to be like the standard gameplay-wise moving forward. I'm like, oh man, they realized trash sucks, and no one wants to just like farm stupid shit like that, you know, in the main story. So like all the trash, you know, they're going to have less trash, and when there is trash, it's going to be more interesting now. Because that's all 5.2 was like that. 100% of 5.2 trash was more interesting. So I was like, yes, or, you know, new standard. Wasn't the standard. Absolutely was not the standard. Immediately with 5.5, they went right back to just 3 enemies, 3 enemies, 3 enemies. Right, and then Lostbelt 6 was so bad with the filler, right? It's some of the worst filler in the game, gameplay-wise. Just like, oh wow, you're fighting more, you know, blob monsters again. Oh joy, and now you're doing it again. And now you're doing it again, right? And it's just like, holy shit. And in 6.5, same thing, lots of filler trash fights, just over and over and over again. So we'll see what Lostbelt 7 has for us. I'm going to try so hard not to be biased against Lostbelt 7. I'm going to try to be as open-minded as possible. I want to enjoy it. I want to be impressed. But it's like, I'm not an idiot, right? I know when they're cutting corners. You know, I know how animation works. I know, you know, when they're doing the whole, you know, all 3 NP animations look the same. You know, I know what's going on, right? I know paper mache when I see it, right? Like, I know what's going on here. So, you know, if it's shit, I'll notice. All right, a little bit of a armor fight here. Pretty bad opening hand. I did not send the command codes through. So we have no command codes right now, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't hit the OK button. Whoops. I'm assuming that's defense up, not damage cut. You can, I should check. I didn't look at how much damage Leonidas did there. Art Buster Art is more NP gain. It's probably better. I have 2 command codes. Well, that'll have to do. The thing is that I have no expectations for FGO, I wouldn't play it. I really mean that. It's like if I was so sure that this game was just never gonna do great stuff again, I wouldn't play it anymore. Road to 3 years. Yep. Gambler, thank you for the 28 months, man. I guess I'll do the battery. I kind of wanted to save that for the next NP, but didn't really work out that way. So 50, 70. I'm gonna re-roll that and see if we get better. 60, 60. So I made it worse. I could rainbow chain, but nah, we'll do this. Oh, yeah, this is Ragna's theme. It's really good. I need to use Blaze Blue music more, honestly. It's good shit. Oh yeah, Merlin is still busted as hell. He's not, okay, well, we just obliterated the boss, so that was not, much to write home about there. But, yeah, I probably shouldn't have brought the damage CE. That looked like it was a decent defense up, but... 200% damage up on Lancelot's kind of nutty. Well, most of BB's OSTs are awesome, but I will say, when they did like the second version of most of the themes, I kind of hate them, with a few exceptions. The whole problem with the second version of the character themes is they were uniform, right? So I think it was Chrono Phantasma that did it, where they made like a second theme for each character, and it was like a remix of the original theme. But the thing is, the original themes, like, for example, Iron Tager's theme, right, is very Iron Tager. It's got like the deep bass, right? Right, it's nothing. It's not uniform at all, right? Now it obviously has like the Blaze Blue guitar and that kind of stuff, but like there's elements, major parts of the song are very unique to the character. Like the character comes first, right? The remixes of all their themes, yeah, Jin's is actually pretty good. Yeah, Jin's is pretty good. But the remixes of all their themes, instead of making the song still fit them, they made all of the songs sound really similar to each other and just like have a Chrono Phantasma vibe, right? And they didn't really sound like the character themes anymore, right? Like Tager, if you listen to Tager's theme, it doesn't really fit Tager anymore, right? It's just taking Tager's theme and giving it the same sound every other theme's remix had, right? So making that. Blaze Blue was so good in that because the music wasn't uniform like that. Making it uniform like that really killed it. But yeah, there's a few of the second themes that are good, but most of them I'm just like, okay, this made it way more generic and less memorable. Thankfully, they didn't really use the second themes much moving forward because I think they realized that. I think they realized it didn't have like that unique flair like the originals do. So. But yeah, there's a few you know, version 2s or whatever that are good, but I think overall the original versions are just so much better. Yeah, I think Bullet Dance is one of the ones that was still pretty good. But like all of Hazuma's themes, like they really lose what made them special. Same for Hakumen, big time with Hakumen, I would say. Like, oh my god, this character I swear is just going to be forgotten about so fast. That Darth Vader, yeah. And the stage 1 is cool, it's just they put very little effort into it. Got some of the worst animations in the game, I would say. Another character, though, this makes me sad because Canis is awesome, but Canis really does have bad animations. Not all of them. The art attacks are pretty good and the quick attacks are pretty good, but like Canis's busters are really phoned in. So this is based on Lostbelt 6. This is like right here. This is exactly what you see in Lostbelt 6 all the time. Like, god damn it. Get some, can I put them in the back? Okay, I guess we'll use her just to show off her non-mech animations here. Let's see. There we go. That's an absolute unit right there. Already had quite a few rants today. Kind of low on energy now. But, you know, give it a minute. I'm sure FGO will come up with something stupid. Oh my god, it really is Lostbelt 6. Wait, so that means I have to pick between Proto-Coup and Horsebindo. You literally get one unit of your choice. You get fucking one. Yep. Yeah, this is definitely based on Lostbelt 6. That was less than a minute, yeah. Look, I don't think I'm crazy here. I think one of the biggest straws of FGO is wanting to like play, you know, Fate and use your favorite characters to beat up the other characters, right? Like everyone's like, oh my god, my favorite characters are Toria. I want to go play FGO and murder all the bosses with Artoria, right? People want to collect a team that they like, right? So what's the point of rolling on units and leveling up units and making them stronger and grailing them, and then every time you have main story, which is like the real meat of the game, they're like, okay, but you have to use these units instead. Like, what the fuck? Like, I want to beat up the boss with my units, not your units, thank you. Like, shit. I actually think Nasu, like, has too much control now, and I think Nasu is like a bad game dev. Like, I mean it. Like, I think Nasu does not know. You know, he's a writer, and but I don't think he's a good game dev at all. I think he's actually terrible at it, and he's always doing these weird things to like put his own like criteria first above gameplay, and like that's a cardinal sin when it comes to video games. Gameplay is always first. Like that's why it's a video game, right? And if you don't want to put gameplay first, don't make a video game, right? Like I really cannot stress that enough. Because it's not just FGO, the stuff Nasu has a lot of input on with the other Fate games are all really dumb too. Like, I really think someone else needs to... it's kind of like when George Lucas made the prequels, he had too much control. I actually think that's a huge part of why the prequels are bad. Like, George Lucas needs other people to keep him on the rails, right? Like, he makes a great universe and all that, but he's a terrible, like, dialogue writer, and I mean terrible. Like, he's awful at it. And in the original Star Wars movies, there was loads of other people that had input and that weren't yes men, right? Even if you like the prequels, I think you can agree it has atrocious dialogue. Don't make me go get every fucking love scene between Anakin and Padme, right? It's like the dialogue is shit, right? And it's like there's just a lot of plot points too that make literally no sense. Like the entirety of Phantom Menace doesn't even need to exist. The prequels could start with episode 2 and nothing would change, right? Like literally nothing. So that's clearly not good, right? So there, even if you like the prequels, there are clearly problems with them, right? Not that the originals don't have problems as well, but they have they avoid a lot of pitfalls that the prequels don't. And I think the reason for that is because there were other people that had creative input that George Lucas actually listened to. And then with the prequels, he was so successful, he didn't have to listen to anybody. Everyone was just a yes man to him, which doesn't do him any good. Yes men don't do you any fucking good, by the way. You do not want a friend, like you don't want your best friend to just be like a yes man and have your back all the time. Now, obviously when shit hits the fan, you want them to have your back, etc., etc. But when you're doing something destructive or unhealthy or unfair or whatever, a good friend will tell you, right? That is useful to you. You grow from that, right? When everyone around you just affirms, you know, what they think you want to hear, you do not grow at all. And in terms of storytelling, making video games, same thing. If everyone just nods their head, you're probably going to make a lot of mistakes because you're not perfect. No dev lead or writer or director or whatever it is on the, like, whatever story or game, etc. that you're working on, no single person is going to have all the right answers, and they're not going to be good at everything, right? And that's the problem with like Fate right now is I think Nasu, much like George Lucas, he's got too much influence now, and he's not a good game dev. Like, he's not. He doesn't know anything about it, right? Like, he's only in it because of his IP being so successful, right? And he makes a lot of really shitty decisions. Like, I really think so, and you can see that with Tsukihime. I mean, almost every decision around Tsukihime is stupid. It's not in English. And their argument for that was so dumb. Right? It's not on PC, and their argument for that was so fucking dumb, right? Like, these are just bad decisions. It's like someone else needs to be in charge of that side of the business, right? Because like he's not a business guy, right? Like, he's just not. All right, if I remember correctly, you have to win in 5 turns. I think you have to kill these like pillar things. I think you have to kill the big boar too, but I think it's anything that has a danger tag you have to kill. Let's see. I wish I had more stars right now. I should have done her star bomb next turn, actually. So I'm still gonna cast all this right now. See if that star absorb gets me a kill here. You know, I could do quick first because critting might actually be. Let's see, first card buster bonus is 50% more damage for the chain. Critting is double damage. So it's actually better, but it's not that much crit chance still, so I think we'll just do the tried and true here. And the extra, you know, okay, there we go. Oh wow, they got a crap load of NP charge there. Let's see. Might need to, I don't know if you need to kill the boar or not. If so, I should really be beating on that because I could kill the 80k pretty easy with just the AoE too. I don't know if Mash's NP is really worth it, but man, I don't think anyone forgets that visual novels are mostly a PC thing. I think everyone knows that. It's common knowledge, actually. God, they do that thing with her as well, where they just gotta have their like, they gotta make that weird pose where like their knees are together and it's like facing the camera. It's like such a thing in FGO now. I noticed it when they made Charlotte caster, and they do it like so much now, and it is so dumb looking because their hips are facing like the enemy, but then their knees are facing the camera. They do that, and then every time they take any action, then their legs start facing sideways like they should be, and so they're like dislocating their knee like every time they move, right? Like, this is such a thing in FGO now. I don't know why. I guess they, like, for some reason they think that pose is cute or something, and they just gotta do it all the time, but then they don't want the rest of the character to be like actually facing forward. So women don't have bones, Green? Oh, fair enough. What am I thinking? But yeah, it's very silly. It's really common. Okay, so we literally have to win this turn or we're screwed. Might have a problem here. Yeah, you have to kill the 2 pillars, pylons, and the giant boar. Yeah, we might actually have just lost there. To be fair, Horsebindo was kind of bad here. And I should have done his Star Absorb until the next turn. 33k. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Alright, that was really close. Oh, fuck. I think you have to kill that one, too. Oh my god, we lose. Yeah, I think you have to... there's 3 of those things, and then the giant boar. I lost! I kind of deserve that, though, because I really did play that bad. I should have saved Horsebindo's... I should have done Stars per turn, and then done Brit Mart's Star Bomb next turn, and then done the Star Absorb. But honestly, we probably should just use Proto-Coup here, because that is a beast. The beastie boy. Also, you're probably supposed to put Waver in the front, but fuck that. I mean, you know, in the early days of Fate, it was like the super waifu stuff was rare, but now it's like it becomes completely standard. Everyone's a gender bent now, or whatever, so... The thing is, I don't even think... Okay, so obviously people like their waifus, right? But people do like other designs, and those sell really well too, right? And like what... I think there's a lot of like diminishing returns when you... Because like, a lot of these generic waifus they make don't sell well. That's just a fact, they just don't. Like, they don't sell terribly, but a lot of these like really uninspired, like, you know, flavor of the month waifus that come out in FGO, they do not sell very well, right? And when they do make stuff that is more standout-ish or unique, or even if it is more generic but has like good character behind it and everything, that stuff sells well, right? So they have waifus that sell incredibly well, and they have non-waifus that sell incredibly well, but like the key is normally effort, right? And not just pumping out something generic like to meet a quota. The thing is, her armored form sucks. Like, they could not have put less effort into that. I showed it off early in their stream, I might show it again. But, like, they did such a bad job with her first stage. Like, first off, the NP obviously doesn't actually use the first stage. And then all of her attack animations, she barely moves. I'll show it off when we get to, like, a farming stage, which probably won't take very long, so... Okay, we'll let Proto-Coup deal with the big boy, and then we'll have her kill the little ones here. Although she doesn't have an event bonus or anything, so... I mean, Edmond's interlude's cool, but it's not really that great because... One, the stages are pretty easy ultimately, but if you wanted to like mess around with soloing or whatever, that would be fine, but then they made it so you have to bring 3 supports, and 2 of them are Edmond, so there's really no room for like creativity or having fun with it, so... But, you know, Edmond's cool and like the story stuff's alright, so... Like, I don't want to hate it, but it could definitely be better. You know, he's gonna one-shot that with the NP, so actually I think I still punched this thing in the face. Good old rainbow chain. Killing these extra guys is alright, because it'll make the guys from the back row come up faster. Yeah, actually, you probably do want a AoE NP because of that, now that I think about it. There's one more of these guys. Chat is not on the screen. Oh shit. Rip VOD viewers. There we go. You are now on the screen. We might lose again because she still doesn't have her NP. Yeah, and we I don't know if I have enough time to get the other pylon to show up. Nash is so useless here. Yeah, he still has the anti-beast damage. We might kill 2 here. We did not kill 2. I think we lose again. Yep, it's not even possible to win here. It's so dumb because like Nash is just completely useless here. Did they let you put her in the back row? No. Why? Like, literally why? And she doesn't do anything, right? It's so pointless. I have to bring the fucking Switch Mystic Code because of that. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. What you really want is like a unit that has a really hard-hitting AoE NP, so they kill a boar and then murder everything as well. There's no reason to switch yet though, because you wouldn't be able to NP this turn anyway. You might as well get a turn out of your taunt. Thought I ought to do with some good. Should kill it won't kill the boar, but it'll kill all the side things. Guzzlord? What is Guzzlord? Yeah, if you got strong AoE, you'll beat this without even noticing. I didn't notice on my main. I did notice that there was a timer ticking down, but I just blew everything up. So. An ugly bastard of Pokemon. Is this like a Pokemon Go thing? Like, what's the? I feel like I'm missing some context. Pokemon. Okay, now it makes more sense. I didn't understand how you could like if it was like a game, then like wouldn't you just be playing the game or whatever? But like, you have Pokemon Go, then you have to like actually, you know, move, right? Get exercise. Probably should have stunned one of the random boars, actually. You gotta go catch it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I almost said your name. Also, that does look pretty awesome. Yeah, I almost said his fucking name there. I was gonna address him, and then I remembered I can't do that. Now we just need good RNG. Okay, here we go. So the final farming stage is going to be interesting on the co-op account, and I haven't done that yet. I might do that when we actually unlock all the farming stuff over here. Might do one of the challenge quests real quick on my ult, but there's really no rush on those. I'll probably cheese the shit out of them on my ult. You know, I already beat them about as legit as you can on my main, so. I guess we could show off Brit Mart one more time here. Stage 1. I wonder if she can solo the final node. Let's find out. We'll go straight to the goods here, and this will let me show off her crappy Stage 1 animations. Now, George with an event CE would be super great, but it's my ult, so I don't really care if I waste some AP. It's not a big deal. We'll give Cairo some FP here. I wonder if she could solo it, because obviously when I rolled, my god, how many 4-star CEs did I get? Jesus. I find I'm like a CE magnet in these games. It's kind of weird, actually, but, good lord. I didn't even get that many copies of, like, literally anything else. That's ridiculous. I didn't whale, I just had a lot of SQ saved up. But that is a shocking amount of CEs right there. Well, I just burned most of them. I couldn't even bring that many. Do you think they'll ever make another 20% NP on Death CE? No, probably not. But they might bring that one back at some point, like they did with the Liz CEs. But because of Battle of Kimlan, I don't see them doing much else with that. At best, you might get like a side grade to Battle of Kimlan, really. What a great opening hand this is. And before Brit Mart loses this stage, by the way, it could happen, we'll see. Like how I'm getting the same comment over and over again. And no one actually reads the stream title. I've started to learn in my years of streaming that people just do not read the stream title, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Let's see. They got 100k. Honestly, I might want to just NP these. Yeah. You say that like non-streamers read tutorial messages, because they don't. And also, it is objectively bad game design to try to explain people how to play a video game through like message pop-ups. It's just lazy. And like everyone knows that. And devs just do it because they don't want to put in the effort to like actually teaching people how to play the game in like a more useful way. Like, how many people play who've never played a Souls game before, play Elden Ring's tutorial, and then have any idea what they're doing, right? Like, that's not how you teach people how to actually play the game. Like, not at all. Okay, I want to get my NP again. So, we'll do that. Oh, and look at that animation, dude. That is so bad. Like, they're just stiff as a board. And it's not because it's a mech, it's because they're doing paper mache. But I cannot tell you how many games you'll be like, at 2 hours in, and the game is just popping up with these stupid messages telling you some, like, super obscure mechanic that, and you have to sit there reading for like 3 minutes to understand it. It's like, no one's going to do that. Like, literally no one is going to do that. That is not how you teach people how to play a fucking game. Especially when you have, like, you know, voice actors and, you know, actual gameplay, right? Like, there's so many more intuitive ways to teach people. And Renwick, thank you for the 30 months. Okay, 200k. And also, if your game requires, like, 'cause some of these, like, JRPGs will have these, like, tutorials that pop up that are, like, you know, 3 pages long, and I'm just, like, I'm not even exaggerating. I've seen JRPGs that do that. It's like, no one's gonna read 3 pages of text, and if the mechanic is so obtuse that you would need to, something is wrong with your gameplay. Like, straight up. That doesn't mean everything needs to be dumbed down, not at all, but it's like, there are plenty of games that actually have pretty complicated mechanics, but they're able to streamline it in a way that they can actually explain it to you easily. Like, goddamn. Like, I've seen some games that just do some really counterintuitive mechanics, like really stupid shit, like really dumb button inputs, right? Like especially like JRPGs. I've seen JRPGs that just have just absolutely ridiculous like button inputs and like mechanics that are just so convoluted for no reason. And then so when a streamer doesn't get it, which of course they don't, and most people like will look it up on Google or whatever, right? But when you're streaming, you generally can't do that. And then people are like, oh, you just didn't read the tutorial. See, you should have read the tutorial. When you didn't read the tutorial, you dumbass looked it up online, right? Like that's most JRPGs these days, I swear. Well, maybe not these days, but like I've seen so many like JRPGs like that where they're just some bullshit obscure mechanic that like no, and it's like, oh, you didn't read every goddamn, you know, text window that, you know, like out of, you know, 500, so you missed this one mechanic that you need here? Oh wow, what a noob, right? Like you should have read it. It's like you should have like not had a million text pop-ups. Like Tales of does this too, by the way. Like we'll just have all these bullshit pop-ups all the time. It's like holy shit, game. It's single target, good time to crit, so I'll do this. I think I'll do this. Boy, she might actually fail this. Yeah, I could definitely see her failing here. I think I'm gonna have to rainbow chain. We just failed an 80% crit when we had Buster up and crit up. And yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know if it would have been enough to kill it though. Oh boy, this is gonna... Final wave's gonna be a little yikes. I want to make as many stars as possible while also killing this guy. That's probably just Buster quick. Surely this will do 81k, right? Okay, with a simulator it's a bit different though, because a simulator is a very different, like, different target audience, different everything, right? The simulator is supposed to be as accurate to life as possible, and real life can be very complicated, and you know, like, piloting an airplane is not a simple thing. It's obviously going to have a degree of convoluted nonsense to it, right? So yeah, simulator is completely different, but you don't want to be like a simulator when you're not a simulator. Like, I'm not saying you can't have text, like, pop-ups for tutorials at all, but if you're going to have like text try to teach someone something, it needs to be very brief, right? Like actually Metroid Prime 1, the tutorial Metroid Prime 1, what little text pops up to tell you how to like lock on or whatever is very brief, very clear, very to the point, right? And then the game gives you like puzzles to learn what the purpose of those things are very clearly, right? Alright, we still have our damage buff, so it's a good time for the attack up. Probably should have, no, that's fine there. Okay, so... Rainbow chain or quick chain? Probably quick chain, then rainbow chain. Hey, Radgas. I wonder if, Arash NPs... 54 months, by the way, goddamn. Okay, she might lose this, because if he NPs, he gets Pierce Invulnerability, and he's going to murder us. We'll see, though. Got 66 stars. NP gain is the least important thing, so I'll put art first. That way I mostly do damage, but then I still make some stars on the side. I think we're alright. Yeah, I think we're alright. Those crits are pretty mean. Although, it's gonna be close, we're almost dead. Red Gas, I don't know what you're talking about, but something about that emote when talking about a rocket launcher is kind of great. Oh my god, we have to live this turn. But he will kill us next turn for sure. I think we're gonna lose. Yep, it's gonna be really close, but I think we're gonna lose. I probably should have saved her anti-crit buff for now. Yeah, I think we're about to explode. I have to win next turn, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. People will like jump through hoops to try to justify some of the nonsense FGO does, man. Well, we got our damage up skill again. Oh great, Arash didn't kill himself. Shit. Okay, so I literally... Arash will probably kill... Well, no, Arash probably won't. Orion definitely will. That guy Rainbow Chain, and we gotta like desperately hope for double crit here. No crit. God damn it, it wouldn't have killed anyway. We are definitely dead here unless I get very lucky. And the other cat's the skill. God damn it. Well, time for CS just to save the mat drops. Well, she tried. I feel like if I had used my third skill better, we would have won, because we were close. Like, we were really close there. Also, if she had command codes, we would have won. Because, like, the heal command code, I would have used it, like, 4 times throughout the fight, if not 5. That would have been enough to have not died on that turn. But yeah, with command codes, it'd work out. God, this one is just hell, dude. It's so lazy. Well, Orion took us to town there. Yeah, I thought that'd be, you know, just an easy stage to show off for animations, but there are a lot higher stats there than I was thinking. Actually, I kind of want to solo that with some people now just to see. I bet you Ku can do it really easy. Because, you know, it's Ku. Might do that just because, though. Show off. And now, obviously, I should be bringing, like, event CEs and, you know, being efficient with the farming. But, like, I mean, look at all these apples. I really don't care, right? Like, I could literally waste, like, 100 apples, and I probably wouldn't even notice, right? Like, if I opened up the window here, and this was 1,200, I don't think I would have noticed. Right? So, it really, I'll just stick around for now. Where is my phone with my main account on it here? If we're going to use Ku, we gotta use him at his best. No event CE, and we won't do Yang CE either. But I want to set him up proper here. I'll go Star Bomb and all that good stuff. Although, to be fair to Brit Mart, she probably would have won if she had proper command codes, but she's also a 5-star, so shame on her. I'm just saying. She's also not exactly a solo unit, though. Guess we got the attack removal star bomb, because Orion has an attack up, I think. So one nice thing about this event, though, the new command codes are all pretty nice. I got some good shit. Now, Orion has got Pierce and Vulnerability, but that won't work on Guts, so I'm not particularly worried. So the Boars don't care about the anti-servant damage, but I probably don't need to bring command codes to deal with the Boars. I'll bring anti-servant and anti-male. Yeah, we got quite a few curse command codes, actually. Because you can get the default one twice, because they put it in the shop. So curse is in pretty good shape. But it doesn't hurt to have another one, especially if you missed those events back in the day. But the good news is, even if you miss all the events back in the day, you still can get the one in the shop. Right, so there's poison ones available now too. What about burn though? Because I know you could start playing the game tomorrow or in a month, whenever, and you could always get a poison or a curse command code, which is obviously good if you want to do those kind of setups. But I don't know about burn. I'm not sure they've got one in the shop or not. I would think they do, but I did not really pay attention. Alright, normally you go with Atlas, but honestly, the way Ku has been lately, I think default's the way to go. And we want to, like, super blow up Orion, so this is fine. Look at these stats. Let's see, how does he compare to Brit Mart? Yeah, no, he's better. They're both 100 on the CE, so yeah, I've said a 3-star, like, at 120 is kind of like a 5-star at 100. But without 2k foes. Which, do I have anyone like that I could use as an example? He's like half foed, I think. Close enough. Yeah, that's about right though, right? Like that's about right, because he's got more health, but Achilles has more attack. So, yeah, that's about where it is. Alright, we'll bring event CEs on our taunt walls. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Try to be that will nerf Ku, obviously, but I don't think it'll matter. Holy shit, Doorman must be so good for the challenge quest today. I just thought of that. For those that don't know, the challenge quest is, you've got Carmilla and Space Ishtars, the main bosses. And then there's 4 coin, like, side mobs. And so there's 6 enemies on the field, but the coins don't attack. And anytime the coins are defeated, they just replace with another coin. And whoever kills the coins will get a buff, like the unit that kills them gets a buff. And if you don't kill them, the bosses will kill 2 of them, and they'll get buffs. But if they do that, they actually take more damage, and they start off with damage resistance, so it's kind of like a balancing act. But they don't have any debuff clear. And a big thing is because you're hitting 6 enemies, you get more NP refund back, so you can loop very easily. And the monsters give you art up, buster up, quick up when you kill them, so you get more NP gain. So it's so easy to loop, right? It's one of the easiest stages to loop on, at least for buster or for art and quick. And so Doorman with like a good decent team is going to be able to NP like all of the time, and he's going to be cursing them all of the time, and curse will ignore their damage resist. So yeah, you can definitely do it that way. Yeah, curse in general is just gonna be really good for that fight, or I mean, burn and poison is fine too. But yeah, dots is gonna be good there, especially if you apply it with your NP, because you just get to keep NPing over and over and over. Like an AOE, you want to be an AOE NP that applies a dot. It's gonna make it really easy. Yeah, I just thought of that because we were talking about the curse command code. I was just like, Jesus Christ. You don't even care about the damage resist gimmick, right? You can just ignore it entirely. Not a great opening hand here. Guess you do the quick chain. I could do the rainbow chain for NP gain, but we'll just make the stars. There's more like one animation update this year, and it was almost a year ago, and also, even when that was a thing, they hadn't done any other, like, because they did Tesla's like 8 months ago, something like that, and then before that they done Blackbeard's, which was over a year ago. So like there was already a big gap between Blackbeard and Tesla's, right? There was a really long gap there, and I'm pretty sure there was a long gap before Blackbeard as well. So they were already like barely doing them, and then now we've gone almost a year without one, so it's just like, what are we doing here? I actually think the servants this year have been pretty shite. They've been very uninspired. It's just been a lot of like waifu of the month stuff. Generally, the only time you're not going to kill a coin is at the start, because there's a coin that has art resist 100% and quick resist 100%. And if you're not, it's a Lancer, and if you're not counterclassing it, it's going to be kind of tanky. Even with the event CE, right? Like if you're doing neutral damage. But once you get the ball rolling, and you get all the buffs, then it doesn't matter anymore, right? Because you have so much art up, quick up, you're going to kill them really easy. But like on the first NP, that's a thing. But no, mainly you just use your team buffs at the start, because you're not going to need them later, right? You're going to have so many buffs from the stage that you don't need like an art up from, you know, Castoria or whatever. It's not important anymore, really. I mean, there's a few servants that are cool, but it's like, I mean, what year isn't there, right? It's like that's just cherry picking. Like there's so many servants coming out this year that are just forgotten so quickly. Right? They just keep making these like waifus for these events that don't have like really serious stories, and they just make up a character out of the blue that we've never heard of before, and then you never hear of them again, and they just keep doing that over and over again. Right? Like, yeah, Bazette's cool, but I mean that's one character. That doesn't mean like the year is being handled well. Let's see. Probably kill this one, but I might as well wait until I have like a better hand available here. Jesus Christ, who does so much damage now? It's ridiculous. This one has its NP, so I guess we kill that one and make stars. Hopefully it buffs once, just nope. Well, we tried. Okay, we want to kill this thing. I still want to make stars though. But I don't want a rainbow. I can probably get away with Buster quick. Yeah, Cocoon's a strong lad. He got that. Although, honestly, we were cutting that pretty close. So the last hit was 23k, but we were actually cutting that pretty close there. Okay, what do we want to do about this guy? The dream would be NP it, don't kill it, and then quick. Low roll, let's go. I mean, I could quick first. Because normally I do my first skill. I mean, I don't think he'll kill it, right? Please don't kill this. Just, you know, fuck it up. Okay, we're perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I didn't think he'd kill it, but if we did, that'd sucked. It would have wasted a bunch of star gen and NP gain. Okay. Do I do my attack up now? I don't think so. It sucks because I have crits, but I just gotta deal with it. I want a rainbow chain. I guess NP gain is actually important here. These are guaranteed crits. Very nice. Good damage. Orion, that's not a high hit count. That's not even a hit count. Okay, so they literally hit me twice, hit count wise. You know, I might not do my third skill just so I'm lower on HP. So my attack up is slightly better. Do I rainbow chain here? Yeah, because I could crit again. It's not as good for like Stargen, but if I happen to crit again, it's totally worth. Did I put the 70% last because it's more likely to crit? Yeah, I guess so. And nothing crit. That does not seem statistically likely to me. Wasn't that like 40, 50, 70? Or something? Like shit. And the whole reason I rainbow chained instead of Buster Quick was because I just wanted you know, I just wanted to crit, right? I wanted the plus 20. So I probably shouldn't have TFA'd. I should have just let my health get lower. What I like how you're answering for me, and you're mostly just wrong about everything. Just, Jesus Christ, dude! Like, stop spamming chat. Okay, I don't want Orion to NP. I mean, he's only got 121k, so we'll just rainbow chain here. Yeah, I looked earlier to see if Arash would kill himself with Brit Mart, and he didn't. Too smart. I shouldn't have healed there. I just lowered my damage. And that was actually like inspired too. They actually came up with a really unique gameplay, you know, twist for her. So that was nice. They actually put effort into that, and they did something they don't do very often, where they found a way to like do Bazette, like normal Bazette, right? And their stupid, you know, possession god thing, right? They just, you know, had stage 1 and 2 be Bazette and stage 3 be the god, right? So I wish they would just do that all the time, where it's like playing Russian roulette with them. Okay, though, Kuru wasn't like really pushed on value there, right? But he had to try a little bit. Chat trying to have their toys taken away from them. Okay, I really do need to do these other stages, but we could play the co-op account. I kind of want to do that and see how it fares against the farming node, because that account could not be any weaker. So if it can do it, anybody can do it, really. Yeah, I think I'll switch to co-op account. That's gonna be so crap though, because Kairo's not playing And so he's not gonna have like the event CE or anything. Because I think at least one servant is gonna need the event CE on that account. And even then, that's just gonna be tough. I didn't have it up, so it's gonna take a second here. So I've been messing around with LD Player on my ult account, and it definitely runs FGO better for me anyway. I know for some people it's like depends on like how strong your PC is, but for me it's definitely been running way better on LD. But actually even BlueStacks doesn't seem to be crashing too much anymore. And it's been running fine on my phone too, although I heard Cairo has been crashing a lot, but it's been running fine for me now. Actually, I just streamed the co-op account the other day against the advanced quests. But yeah, we did Epic Remnant number 1, and then we did advanced quests, and then the event started. Okay, I don't actually have my screen sized correctly, so hold on, might have some wonky nonsense here. Gotta fiddle with it a little bit. There we go, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, let's see how this piece of crap does. Probably gonna do Salem next, just because it's probably the easiest one to beat for that account. Although, I don't know, Abigail might be a problem, actually, but the last 3 are going to just be hard no matter what. Because Agartha, you got the ruler pillar, that's going to be a problem. Salem has got, Shootin' and Raiko, and then the fucking assassin fight, that's going to be awful. That assassin fight, I have no idea how we're going to do that. Like, what, Geronimo DPS? And then Salem, though, it's Abigail. Everything but Abigail, though, should be easy in Salem. Jamosa might go last, because it's probably going to be the hardest one. So the more time you have to prepare, the better. Okay, so what we've done is, like, with farming, we have to beat this stage once, completely within the rules, and then after that, we don't really give a shit if we, like, summon, something that's not in the rules, and, like, not from the co-op account. But yeah, we have to actually beat every stage the legit way. Which, we might need to do some of these stages first to get a damage CE. Because, I don't think I have one yet. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have one yet. By the way, my mana count got a CE drop on, like, the second stage that it did. It was very silly. I wonder if this stage can drop a Lancer gem. Probably not. I mean, it might. What does it drop? It drops, this one just dropped the Gacha currency, because what we need is, we actually need shop currency. I think we need to do this one. Cairo hasn't logged in 10 days. Feels bad. So we do need a archer for Fergus. I'm trying to remember what this stage was. So, Fergus is the only Saber. So pretty much Billy the Kid, that, and everything else. Go Assassin. Do I have any event CEs? Guess we have 1. Okay. I'm surprised I used like 50k FP. I'm surprised I didn't get any more of these. Man, this song is so nostalgic for me. I remember playing Golden Axe when I was a younger person, put it that way. So I do need some AoE. I bet you That's right, Spartacus and Arash are both banned. What do I got AoE-wise right now? Not a lot. Okay. Okay, definitely not bringing him. Alright, off we go. I will say though, I definitely had like old man energy even when I was young. I never really like, I guess when I was really young, I liked holidays to an extent, although not very many. You know, I liked like Christmas because I got things, right? Because, you know, I was a selfish kid. Because, you know, you're a kid. But I never really liked most holidays. They were just annoying and didn't like the decorations and everyone acting weird and like traffic and all. You know, I never liked any of that. Maybe I should have put Mash in the front row because then I could charge Lancelot and he could NP turn 1. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because now it's just like, well, I hope they don't kill Lancelot. And he doesn't even have NP gain right now. Yeah, this was a mistake. Live and learn. Pretty early on though, I started to dislike Christmas. Because I just really disliked the decorations and the god-awful Christmas music, and then as I became an adult, then I really didn't like it, because then it was like, I'd be at work and there'd always just be like something Christmassy that you just could not avoid, and oh my god, it drives me crazy. But yeah, I'm not a Christmas guy. Now, if like I was a parent, I would definitely enjoy like getting my kid gifts. Right? Because I try to be a good parent and like actually get really good gifts, right? Like I'll be very meta about it, right? So I would enjoy that, but I don't like the decorations, the music, the movies, any of that stuff. Yeah, my dad called me a Grinch. He got where I was coming from though, but he was like, but you're still a Grinch. Like, does anyone actually want to hear Last Christmas again? Like really? Right? And like, I swear to God, like the amount of times I've heard that song against my will, like Jesus Christ, man. So I remember once when I worked at that parking place. This is really what did me in. I was working at that parking place, and maybe like a block down from the garage I was at, they did this like the city like did this really gimmicky thing on this like street area where they tried to like make this whole Christmassy area, and it didn't work, by the way, and it lost the city a bunch of money. But they tried to like set up an ice ring and like some vendors and stuff. And they put up speakers, and all day, non-stop, they literally had like 5 songs, just 5 songs that would just play over and over and over on loop. And it was because most of it was like people driving by, and they wouldn't stay in the area long enough to hear the songs loop, so they didn't care to have like a huge playlist or anything. But I could hear it non-stop all day at my work. And they did this for 2 years, and then they realized they were losing money on it massively, and they stopped doing it entirely. Thank fuck. But I remember it was just the same 5 Christmas songs, and like Last Christmas was one of the songs, and they just played it over and over and over and over and over, and I remember so many people that would be like, it's like I knew a lot of the people that worked in the area, right? And like sometimes like they might be, you know, walking by and, you know, stop by and chat for a minute. You know, like on their lunch or something, and they all were just like, "You must be so sick of this music," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am." I remember on the second year though, by the end of it, my brain had like completely tuned it out. Like I just could not fucking hear it anymore, which was nice. That was nice. So then they stopped doing it, but man, that was a long time ago. Holy shit! Now I'm thinking about that. That was a while ago. Okay, so I need an NP here. Although I could crit. That's definitely not gonna kill. Yeah, I need to NP. Do I need a quick up? Probably. I don't think I do the second skill though. That doesn't seem worth. Will she do 125? I don't know, so just in case I'll do the art quick. Grab some NP gain in case we do kill. I mean, she probably won't because this account, but I just don't like the like I don't like any Christmas songs, right? I don't like the melodies and like all the, you know, fucking bells and shit. Just nope. Just never liked that kind of thing. I'm real great at parties, guys. Okay, we absolutely did not kill. Like, not even remotely close there. I'm gonna put Buster first because it has the least crit chance. I don't know why I didn't use his crit up, although I guess it doesn't matter. But see, now I work at home. And, like, if Tusk started playing Christmas music, I would kill him. So I don't have to worry about that. Also, I don't think he likes Christmas music anyway. But, you know, it's my house, and, you know, I have complete... There's a giant no Christmas allowed in my house, right? So... That it will surprise you that I don't get invited to parties much. And the main thing is, most of the people that are like good friends, like that really know me, they know I don't like parties anyway. So they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna, you know, he's not gonna like it and he's not gonna come anyway, so just leave him alone. And if they don't know that, then I don't like you enough to want to go to a party anyway, right? So it works out perfectly. Like anyone that I actually like enough that I would like care to like humor them or whatever, they like me enough to not invite me to a fucking party, right? So everything works out great. Look, the Grinch is green. Okay? The Grinch is green. Who do you think I like? Right? Like, of course I'm a fucking Grinch. Like, Jesus. Look, here's the thing, right? You cannot dispute this logic, right? If you got someone you like your child, your mother, a friend, you know, your wife, whatever it is, right? Why do you need a holiday to tell you when to get them a gift? And like that gift then feels like obligatory, not like you actually give a shit about them, right? So it's just better to get the people that you care about a gift when they don't actually expect it, because then you actually surprise them, and then they know you actually give a shit about them because you're not doing it because it's Christmas, right? And then like, I mean, you don't have to make it like a surprise party. You don't have to like, what do you mean you hate surprises, right? It's like getting someone a gift is not like you snuck into their house when the lights are off, right? And then you put a whoopee cushion in their chair, right? And you know, it's not what it is. Like, hey, I got you a game on Steam, or look, I got you this cool shirt, right? You don't have to sneak up on them with a blowhorn and be like, right? You don't have to do that, right? Like, shit. Like, there's a difference between someone not expecting something and like scaring the bejesus out of them, right? Alright, so I guess Lancelot just needs to die. Feels bad, but otherwise Billy's never gonna hit the field, so it's a little awkward. I guess this would be better if I only did the one assassin. I'm thinking, okay, if this Gen-K dies, we are in so much trouble. I'm actually gonna give her the evade because of that. Like, holy shit, if she died, we'd be in so much trouble. See, this is why I've always said I liked getting older, because when you're a kid, chat, you don't have like freedom, right? You have to put up with what your like family does, right? So you have to, you know, listen and watch things like Christmas movies or whatever you don't want to when you're a kiddo, right? It sucks. And as I got older, you know, you don't have to do that anymore. It's great. Like I remember I had this moment. It's when I had like my first apartment or something, and I just had this moment where I realized I never had to eat meatloaf again. Because when I was a kid, I had to eat meatloaf, right? I had no choice. I had to eat meatloaf, and I hated it. It was prison food, man. Like, well, actually, prison food's probably better than that shit. Like, fucking awful, dude. And yeah, I remember I had this moment. I was like, wait a minute. I'm an adult. I have my own place. This means I don't ever have to eat meatloaf again, not even once. And that made me so happy. And actually, it's me remembering that moment is making me happy right now. I'm actually supposed to be in a good mood. And since then, I've never eaten meatloaf again. And I never will. I am never eating fucking meatloaf again. It's not happening. Like, absolutely not. And yeah, having that kind of freedom when you get older is kind of great, right? What does meatloaf taste like? Mushy garbage. Like, just mushy garbage. Oh my god, it is so bad. Definitely my least favorite food that I've actually had. And I've had some weird shit in my life, but okay, so do I need to save the attack up for Billy? I don't think so. I think we give to Gen-K here. I'm gonna do this. Do I want to do the Star Bomb for just the one quick card? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, 90%, I'll take it. Quick chain or work in a Buster card. Probably work in the Buster card because it makes this card 50% more damage. A lot of meatloafs are kind of the spare parts in beef, I'll put it that way. Kind of just... And it's just cooked in a way that makes it very mushy. And a lot of time there's like just shitty sauce on it. It just, oh god, just thinking about it, man. I don't want none of that. I'm so glad I don't have to eat that shit no more. I'm free, chat. Hey, Arjuna. See, now we need to show Arjuna the shitty animations. Arjuna hasn't been here the 2 times we've used Brit Mart. We gotta get this co-op account fucking damage CE. Chat, how many people here have played Pokemon Go? Like, how many people in my chat right now have at least played it? You know, more than like 5 minutes, put it that way. Because I have not. Okay, we got 2, 3, 4. All right, we got it. Okay, so of y'all that have played Pokemon Go, what's the stupidest location you've had to go to that you actually, you know, went? You actually like, okay, I'm gonna go there. Didn't work where I live a lot. I've played it a lot, okay. Yeah, I know, I didn't say it wasn't popular. But I mean, that doesn't mean like my viewership. A female bathroom. Well, if you're not a woman, good luck. Don't do that. Just don't. I'd imagine if you got like really close though, like just kind of around the area, you could probably get it to detect it or whatever. A forest. Haven't people like gone like trespassed because of Pokemon Go and shit like that? It's ridiculous, man. It's like, what are you doing? This is private property, but I wanted my Charizard. All right, let's see if we can make this setup a little bit smoother. Maybe just the one Gen-K. She needs to do more damage. The problem is you got that one in the middle and then you got Mev. Okay, Billy doesn't need this CE, I feel like. Maybe try to kill the eyeball with crits from Lancelot. Someone stopped in a busy highway to catch a Pikachu. Oh god. There's gotta be laws against this shit, man. See, I feel like in order for that game to like be good, and maybe what I'm about to say is a thing, but I feel like it's not, just from what little I've seen of it, the gameplay would have to be awesome, right? Because like, why bother doing all this work to collect a Snorlax, right? If there's nothing fun to do with the Snorlax, right? Right, you need like, the gameplay needs to just be like so fucking awesome, right? That way you're really motivated to like get the characters, right? Like that's, look at Fire Emblem Heroes, right? This is my whole problem with Fire Emblem Heroes. It's got a lot of cool characters in it. You can play as Ashnard in Fire Emblem Heroes, right? That's fucking awesome, right? You get the Black Knight, right? Har, right? Legion, right? Like really awesome stuff. But the gameplay is so boring. Who cares? Right? I've got like a dream team in Fire Emblem Heroes. I got fucking Har, Ashnard, Legion, like I just said, you know, Oscar, right? It's great. And the game sucks. I mean, the game just fucking sucks. So I don't care to play at all. Right? I'm like, look at all these awesome units I got, and literally nothing I want to do with them because this game is boring as fuck. Right? That's not a good way to be. Like, if you want people to go out there and collect and feel motivated to get stuff, I feel like you really want. You got all these cool toys. You need a good sandbox to play with them in, right? I think that's very important. And like, carrot on a stick obviously works on a lot of people, but only for so long. And like, now imagine if you got a game that has all the carrot on the stick bullshit, but then the game is also good, right? Like that's you're gonna make so much more money that way. I need to kill all of these right now, or we're gonna waste the stars. Well, hopefully you can at least do 37k with his NP. Shit, he didn't even do 31k, dude. What could I do to fix that? Let's see, Zhufu's allowed, but she has no damage up for Lancelot. I need 20% batteries here. The Shakespeare, that doesn't add any damage. Okay, let me look here. Who's got battery? The Shakespeare, that's no-go. Zhufu, that's a no-go. Smash, I mean, they work, but they don't have damage up, so. That's like our only targetable battery I can think of. We got Black Bart, but he's only 10%. But he does give us damage, but maybe we just have to take that 10%. Fuck, am I gonna level Black Bart? I mean, we're not gonna do this stage that much ultimately, but I was gonna level Black Bart anyway, to be honest. Look at this damage we got right now that we could put into the eyeball. Damn. Only Lancelot had some stars here. I could bring Anniversary Blonde. That actually might be better. And critting this guy definitely seems like the smoothest way to get the job done here. Because if I have to kill this guy with normal attacks and I don't crit, we're gonna be here for a while. Oh, that was lucky. No, Hogwarts wouldn't be good. There's no damage up on it. That wouldn't be... You just be trading your Mystico damage. Right? Like, how do I put this? It's like, if you're gonna do that, then you might as well just switch Mash out, right, for someone else. That actually gives you damage. Like, because you need to either have the damage... You need the damage and the battery, right? Because, like, right now, it's like, I got the damage from the Mystic Code and the battery from Mash. Where if I got the battery from the Mystic Code and I just get the damage from the unit instead of Mash, like nothing changed, right? It's the same thing. It would make the first turn go better, but then it would make the ending part go way worse. So I think what I'm gonna do though is like Black Bart, and then just have to wait like a turn. If Lancelot had a few more coins, he could actually NP with Black Bart. Which, you know, if I can actually get more Lancelots in future, we'll do that all the time. That'll become, like, so standard if I just get Lancelot. I think one more time would be enough. Or if I get him to bond 10 or whatever. Or we just limit break a K-scope, but that doesn't seem very likely. And I guess if I max Lancelot's second passive though, then he won't even need Black Bart, because then he'll start at 100. That is so nice, by the way, that you can like turn one NP with units with just a regular K-scope if you have their passive now. Like, that's and there's two K-scopes. You got K-scope and Cope scope, so it's easier to do that kind of thing these days. I guess go for damage with a side of Starchin. If you can crit next turn, that'd be nice. You know, Jin-K stabbing Mev in the face, I can get behind this. Like, I'm okay with that. Okay, I think we actually saved the attack up for Billy. He did more damage there than I would have thought. Alright, I think we'll have enough for a damage CE after this, then we can try the real hard stage. Oh yeah, Jin-K hurts herself when she NPs. That is so dumb. I was Lancelot okay, he still is, but I was gonna say I was Lancelot the healthiest thing. And even after him getting smacked like that, he somehow is still the healthiest thing. I kind of want Mash to die. We get Billy in. Hey look, she can do the resist down or defense downs for Billy here, perfect. Okay, actually, I guess we did need the damage up. Although, to be fair, like, most of the time we would need the attack up at the end. We just got lucky. We got, like, super good crit turns with Jin-K at the start. But yeah, we actually didn't need the attack up on this one. But I don't think that would be normal. I think more times than not we would. I'm gonna have faith if I do the Star Absorb, Billy's still gonna crit. Nope! I fucked it up. Not that he really needs it, to be honest, but, L90. Alright. Let's see if we can get out of here. But yeah, on that attempt at the Hogwarts Mystico would have been better. But there's probably a better middle ground there. This account doesn't actually have the Hogwarts Mystic Code, but it'll get it at some point. Alright, we have A damage CE. Will that be enough, chat? Now, see, if Cairo also had the damage CE, I'd be feeling a little bit better about this. Oh, God. So, they're all archers. That's at least good. Lancer's probably our best class because of Romulus. The Lancer and Archer are probably our two best classes. See, now, I wish this was an event CE or a damage one. Now, once we beat the stage, then we're allowed to summon whatever we want. We just have to beat the stage within the rules once, and then we're allowed to, you know, I could summon my, you know, coup or whatever the fuck if I wanted to. Cause yeah, it'd be so slow otherwise. So they start off at 100k though. Alright, let me look at all my Lancers, right? So we have Booty Lancer. We might want to go level up. Right, and then we have her. Now, I'm probably not going to bring every single one of these. Didn't Booty Lancer require some, like, really stupid mat that I didn't want to... Yeah, we also don't have these. Do you get them from the lottery? You get hero proofs, which is a big reason to do it. Okay, you do. Wait, no, that's the shop. Well, I probably am gonna have to buy those then. I mean, not this exact second, but, Oh, right, that's the damage CE. I'm getting my shit crossed, right? The shop... Okay, there we go, we got one. The shop one is the lottery mat. Right, okay. So I didn't even need to do that stage. Well, I probably needed those rolls. Okay, that's the damage CE. They're probably not going to do a Christmas event, or they'll just do 2 lotteries or something. Or maybe they'll do a collage Christmas event where they, you know, bring back a lot of the past welfares and stuff, and you can get coins for them. That'd probably be better, actually. This is a decent lottery, so... Although I can't say I'm in the mood to farm right now. Although, you know, when am I in the mood to farm? So Romulus is really important. Like, holy shit. God. You know, this is gonna be tough. We might need Cairo to get the damage CE. Like, Orion just is gonna have so much life. I don't even know if we start with him on the field. Oh, God. What do? Yeah, I think we're about to get wrecked. Leonidas could help tank at that point if I can time it right. Oh, God. So, the rules just say we have to beat it once, not that we have to, you know, bring every event CE. So you know, on the attempt to just win, I don't know if we actually bring the drop boost CE, but we'll see. There might be a unit that it won't really, like, hurt that much. Huh. Jufu could support Romulus decently well if you can get the, like, timing right. I don't know if that's worth going for, though. Maybe we just throw all of our Lancers at it. He's 11k, 8k. He doesn't have her fucking third skill though. I feel like we need like one support to help keep Romulus alive. I don't know how this is the team that I'm trying, but... Alright, round one. I'd be so much happier if we had Hans. That would really help here. I almost want to throw her battery out early. Because then it'll come off cooldown. I should probably save it. She might need to taunt and vulnerability, because these are all single target NPs. This is not going to be easy. I don't know if I should be going in pure MP gain like that, or if I should try to get in some damage. Damn, that one quick charged. I was hoping the one that would quick charge would be the one that I was attacking right now. Well, they can phase tank it, and they can heal back up, so I just hope it doesn't hit mash. This one will die though. Maybe I should have taunted then. No, that's fine. That's no big deal. Will this one die? I can I think it will if I crit. No, that's pretty optimistic. I don't think so. No, yeah, okay. That was a boo-boo. Damn, 5k too. Is she worth healing? Probably. I'm trying to save this stuff for I want to use his defense up, or chance of defense up on the next wave. But I think I just gotta use it. And get it on cooldown. Otherwise he's going to die. Oh my god, it just quick charged right into its NP. You're killing me, game. Double crit at least, come on. There you go. Yes! I didn't think I'd kill it that turn. Alright, now we will... 200,000. Oh, joy. Okay, so NP... And then do the R card last, see if we get our NP again. God, if I have to NP this guy twice, we are gonna have such a bad time. It's gonna take this team like 3 years to kill Orion. Of course you crit twice. Where's Panda Lancer when you need her? Okay, we don't NP again. Try to just beat it to death here. Stop. I don't know, maybe we bring Ju Fu just for her star gen. Okay, that should kill it. Our attack ups wear off, unfortunately. Do I think I can NP again? Like a second time with middle Romulus. When he's got his second skill up. I mean, maybe, but I think we just take what we can get because there's no guarantee that he'd even land the attack up. Got 2 Buster ups, so I guess I'll put the Buster card in 3rd place. Oh no. I don't know what I was expecting, but... Oh, bother. Might as well invulnerability because he's got pierce invulnerability with the NP, so you're not gonna block anything more useful than that anyway. Hopefully Mash lives here because then she can taunt next turn. Ah, damn it. Because then I could protect him with invulnerability and then protect him again with the taunt. Okay, Leonidas will be pretty good here, I think. That might do the trick. Romulus is good for this just because he's got so much fucking healing, and if he was 10-10-10 actually, we'd be doing super well. I think they got it, it's just gonna take a minute. What's your favorite mobile suit design? Probably Leo cannon type. But it's a tough call. There's a lot of mobile suits I really like, but that's probably my favorite. Might as well evade the Arash NP here. Okay, he can probably NP next turn, the back Romulus. Yeah, off the top of my head, like there's so many mobile suits, I'm going to forget some that I really like just because there's so many, but like the ones that always come to mind that I really like are Leo, GM Sniper 1, which unfortunately they always use GM Sniper 2 in video games, but I like GM Sniper 1 a lot. Calamity Gundam. Let's see. I mean, a lot of grunts. Like, I like a lot. There's so many grunts that I like Jin, Gweiz, Goof Custom, Dom Tropin, Dom Trooper, Rick Dom. Like, there's a lot of grunts that I like. Flag, like flag, over flag, really good. This is not as tough as like Camelot, I'll say that, but it's not going super smooth. Good Brave Chain or NP with Leonidas. I think we NP and then just quick for an NP game. Oh yeah, the dual Gundam Assault Shroud version is really good. I like that one a lot. Okay, I can NP. Still got the attack up. Might as well NP Drain now because that would like... Damn it, I hope he's... I wanted him to stun, but we can't because he has this. But he'll like always have this if I don't drain his NP. That'll give me like 1 turn without the buffs. Do I do his first skill? It won't do too much for Romulus, but it'll give us the damage cut, which is good because Romulus could kill, or Orion, excuse me, could kill us any second here. We gotta get 1 more NP out of Romulus, the middle one. Do you like turn A Gundam? If you mean the suit itself, no. Not particularly. I've seen worse, you know, I don't like loathe it, but I definitely don't hype it. Turn X is much cooler. Like by so much, like I think Turn X is just so much better. Got a Brave Chain with the Romulus that doesn't have the damage CE. Probably not worth. Lucky crit? Yeah, alright. There's always the Windmill Gundam. I mean, that's a pretty bad design, although it's good because of the memes. But it's not actually a good design, for God's sakes. And oh my god, literally any mech from the like extended universe of Gundam Wing, which I don't even consider canon because like it goes against a lot of the established canon in the original series. It's different writers and it's all terrible. All the extended fiction for Gundam Wing is so bad. Oh my god, and every fucking mech design is so bad. Oh my god, it's terrible. Like just so ugh. And then there's this one mech in Zeta Gundam. It's a grunt. I forget its name. It's like Bazi, Bazam. I don't know. That thing is ugly. Like that thing is like its mother doesn't love it, right? It's that ugly. It is. Whew. They went with like this fucking like black, blue, gold. Just and he's got this weird like body proportions and everything. Very, very ugly. Okay, still got 146k. Romulus still has his guts. This is painful, by the way. Just need his NP again, but that's not looking. Okay, we gotta kill our boy here. Sorry, Arash, but he'll fuck someone up. 194k. Come on, don't you kill Romulus? I stop that. No, you fuck. Okay, he has to target switch because of guts. And he only has one action left. All right, we got it. We win. It's fine. That was not. I mean, I thought it would be worse, to be honest, but it was still terrible. Like that was absolutely terrible. There's some really cool suits in IBO too. I really like just grays, actually. Like the standard grays looks really cool. And then Julietta's Rigazil, whatever the fuck it's called. That thing's cool. Gundam Vidar, that's great. Biles, great. A lot of the grunts are really cool in IBO. I honestly like IBO a lot. If it was just the first season, I honestly wouldn't like it that much. Now the first season in context, like with the second season, makes me like it a lot more. But if it was just season 1 and that was it, I really just would not care about IBO. Because like Galio's character arc just doesn't, you know, isn't anything special when it's just him being an asshole in season 1, right? Everything is just so much better because of season 2. I always like shoulder cannons because I like Calamity Gundam that has shoulder cannons. A Leo cannon type is like my favorite mobile suit ever. That has shoulder cannons. I like how you keep bringing up the Dragon Lolly like I'm going to use that, which I'm not, and I wouldn't even need to. Like, if you want to get carried here, there's so many Lancers that can carry you, and I don't even have that. Wait, wait a minute. Actually, I do! I forgot, that's right, I actually do have her. I think when I was like, you know, throwing summon tickets at Burgess, I think I got her. I just never leveled her. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually do have her. I just forget because she's like level 2 or whatever. So, quick Gundam rant. So, Calamity Gundam is one of, if not my favorite Gundams, right? Not mobile suit, but Gundams, right? Really, really like it. And in the anime, right, the whole thing with its big shoulder cannons is like, because they're so dedicated, like to like almost the whole suit is dedicated to those shoulder cannons, right? It's got a big backpack for them, and you know they're pretty big, right? So even though they fire powerful beams, it can fire them rapidly, right? It's got like a whole cooling system dedicated to it, and so it can fire, you know, quite powerful beams very quickly, right? And that's always what it does in the show. It's always firing its shoulder cannons, you know, pretty rapidly, right? Every goddamn video game, except for like a PlayStation Portable one, anytime they put Calamity in the game, they're always like, wow, look how big those shoulder cannons are. That's got to be its big super attack where it shoots, like, you know, just each cannon shoots one big laser really slow and then never again. It's like the big, you know, boom. Right? That's literally not what it does, right? It's all about like rapid firing beams in every video game ever. Even the turn-based games always make it fire the cannons in just one big shot and that's it. And it's just like, you're killing me here, right? Like, it never did that in the show ever. And the whole point of the suit was that it could rapidly fire the beams. That's like the shtick, right? And every video game ever just gets it wrong, and it drives me crazy. I don't know, maybe it was when I was rolling for Percival. I don't know. I just know I have Burgess, right? And always I have Percival, but you know, I don't remember who was ready to win. But I never tried to get her, but I'm pretty sure I just got her on the side, and then I keep forgetting that she exists. Actually, no offense to Burgess, and I will say, or Bargist, or everyone say her name. Her gameplay is super fun. It really is. She has very fun gameplay. It's very unique and different, and that's great. You know, so that's really cool. But I'm pretty sure over time I've gotten her more than Percival, and I would definitely prefer more Percivals because I really like her. I mean, again, I like Bargis, she's fun, and I'm glad I've gotten like dupes of her because if I do want to do like solos and stuff with her, it's you know, it's good to have the higher MP rank. So it's not like I'm unhappy that I got, you know, more copies of her, but I never really tried to get her that much, and I've happened to have gotten her to like MP3 or whatever, where I tried to get Percival, and originally I only had him in MP2, but I did get spooked by him once later. Are you gonna stream the SD Gasha game when it comes out? If you mean the SD Eternal, I will, and if it sucks, then I'll stop. But you know, if it happens to be good, I'll stream it, absolutely, because I'm a huge Gundam fan, and the, you know, Cross Rays was really fun and all that, although it took way too long to unlock Hell Mode. I don't know what they were thinking with that, because Hell Mode makes the game so much more fun, but it's so fucking hard to unlock it. But anyway, the make or break for that game for me is probably going to be if it's actually hard, right? They've said they're going to make challenge quests and stuff, so we'll see. But if they could, like, they need to like really do a good job of like adding new stages as time goes on with like fun gimmicks, right? If you look at like some of the Fire Emblem stages out there, especially from like some of the older ones where like they really get creative with like the map layout to change the way you would play, right? They need to do stuff like that. Right, you can't just make it all a snores fest that you just breeze through, right? That'll just be boring. You know, they've got to make hard content where you want to actually think about where you put your units. Like, oh, you got to hold the choke on this part of the map, and then you need to send like a strike squad up the left side of the map and go like kill their stuff way in the back. Like seriously, you can make because they have big maps, right? You can have like, because they've done gimmicks like this lightly, they didn't use it well, but they've had it where they can have like artillery, essentially like a stationary like building on the map that can like do map attacks that will like hit you from really far away and do like flat damage to you. That's really dangerous, right? So you could have like a cannon set up like on the left back corner of the map that's bombarding you, right? And so you need to send units to go kill that, but then you also need to hold like a choke where you have like an immobile ship that you have to protect, right? And so you got shit like that is how you make things interesting, right? But if they just make a big open field and there's enemies in the field, go kill them, you know, that's gonna get really boring, right? So they gotta be creative. Hopefully they will. I'm sure early on it'll be really easy, but hopefully they'll do some stuff. And I'm hoping the grunt suits are low stars, because obviously I like doing low star stuff, and grunts are like my favorite. So if I could do like, you know, grunt runs, that'd be really good. I don't really plan on playing God of War because I've never really cared about that franchise. If my chat was like, oh my god, we want you to play God of War, I'll stream it because, you know, my chat wants it, I'll do it. But I don't think my chat cares that much, and you know, I don't have any personal interest in playing it really. But you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'd end up liking it, but but yeah, it's not something I intend to play. But if like my chat was like really wanting it, I would do it. Okay, chat. Well, it is late, and we beat the stage. We will do more tomorrow. I'm gonna call it for now. Probably no Elden Ring tonight, just because it is just so goddamn late. I'll probably try to do that tomorrow. it's just tough because editing videos takes a long time, recording them takes a long time, and then right now uploading them and all that's taking a long time, so it's hard to have space for everything. But I just got here, I'm sorry, boy. Yeah, I do want to do some Dark Souls 3 at some point. But yeah, I do apologize, it's hard to get around to everything right now. I don't know, I might skip making videos for some of the challenge quests. No one seems to really care, right? I've noticed there's like zero hype around those challenge quests, so I don't know, I might just be stream more and so I can play other games and stuff like that. Yeah, just don't don't sleep, right? But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. I guess we'll raid Cairo real quick. Alright, go get him.